your views afterwards.
Today's story is about Promise. You know, despite the disadvantage of coming from a poor background and being a woman, Promise has managed to serve as an example to her peers in a traditionally male-dominated field.
Yasmin, so take a look.
My name is Afeti Promise, a student from Accra Polytechnic. This is my story. I was very young with my mommy when I lost my daddy. I just woke up one day and I told her, Mom, I would like to go to my grandmommy's place because as I can see, the loads are on her too much, so I just need to leave her free for some time. So I decided to go and stay with my grandma. I started my primary class from class 4 to GSS. It got to a time I completed GSS, need to further to the secondary level. Because of money issue, the school I was selected for, I wasn't able to go, so I just have to go to half tech because when I'm with my grandma at Have, so I can get the chance to be a day student and go to school because the fees won't be much. When I was very young, I like engineering aspects a lot, and my dream is to become an engineer. So those times when I was in Harvard Technical, I was offering electrical installation. I completed Harvard Technical Institute. I came back to Accra with my mom again. When I came back, I need to help her to sell drinks and stuff before I can get her something small for a living. It got to a time I realized there was no money and there is no help from any other place since my father died. So I knew that's the end of my education. So I was in the house and I told her, Mom, since you don't have money, I would like to go to Tema to go and do my advance over there. And she said, okay. She agreed. But later on, she spoke to 1 or 2 people and they advised her that she should like me to go to the Polytechnic. And I asked her, where is she going to get the money from? And she told me, with God, all things are possible. So I applied, and through God's grace, I was called to come to school. When I came back home and she called me that this is her decision for me to further my education, I was very, very happy. I was excited. I decided to go to the school hostel, but I have to stay at home, go every day. When I come back to the house, I need to go and help her sell drinks before we can get that something, before he can give me something small for school the next day. Sometimes I used to sell oranges to survive life. Actually, when I got to Accra Polytechnic, it wasn't easy at all. I was in a class of 135, 6 girls. The rest were guys. But after writing our exams and stuff, people have to go back to the house because of poor performances. So they have to go back. Others have to write 7 receipts, 6 receipts. But as at now, I have no receipt to do.
Promise Afeti is my student. She came in to do electronics, and I know mostly ladies do have a particular program about our course, but for Afeti Promise, she was very bold enough to study the course, and looking at her GPA as at now and the lab performances, she's best.
Education is very, very important, and Promise's life story makes me know that education has played a very vital role in her life. Education got her the platform to produce what she's produced that has got all of us sitting here to celebrate her. So I think education, we cannot do without it. Indeed, it is the key to success.
We started just introducing them about so many electronic components, as in IC, diodes, some variable resistors that can be used as volume control. And so shocking, she came out with that audio amplifier. She built the circuits, did all the soldering, and in fact, for now she's doing well. She's the best.
When I first created my audio amplifier, people were praising me because they think it's only guys who are perfect and they are the best people who can do everything on earth. They don't know that ladies are also good in that aspect. So when I created that, they was like, wow. I would like to further my education, do my master's, my diploma and stuff, because without these things, if I end up just here, it wouldn't be any good distance to me. So I just need to further my education for further things. If I'm able to educate or go to school, I will come out in flying colors and help other people together, especially ladies.
I think the next 5, 6 years, 7 years time, she's going to be the frontliner to move Ghana's theory-based economy to a more practical approach. She's doing very, very well. In fact, she's one of the people we are using to communicate to the government, to Africa and the world as a whole, that Africa educational system is not only theory, but it's practical based. And I think from some years to come, she's going to be the icon, giving us hope that we can survive this system.
My key to success are God, education and dedication. In all things, we need to give thanks to God. Secondly, education is the key to success. Thirdly, dedication. Because I was able to dedicate myself very well, that was why I have achieved my goals.
Promise has a
everything.
great story.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think one of the things that stands out for me is that she's the best in her class. What, there were her
Yeah.
class of what, 140 something, only 3 or what, 4?
And the fact that the teacher would say that, yes, she is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means
Yeah,
a lot.
that's
But-
impressive.
Yeah.